out here in the Bay Area this week for Nvidia's GPU Technology Conference, the Festival of Artificial Intelligence. Yesterday, I got a chance to speak with the man behind it all, Jensen Huang, co-founder, president, and CEO of Nvidia, or, as I like to call him, the modern-day Da Vinci. When you speak to a CEO who's spurred on a new industrial revolution, created so much value for shareholders, Nvidia's up more than 30,000% since the first time he came on the show. You want to learn everything you can. Here's part two of our conversation with the man of the hour, Jensen Huang. Jensen, 8 billion people did not get a degree in computer science. What are you doing to democratize this world?
We're going to make computers smarter so that they don't have to learn computer science to program a computer. The computer should just understand what we want and what we intend.
But we say, please help me build a factory that can make the best cars. It can do that?
It surely will help a lot. And the reason for that is because you give it a plan, you tell it what are the type of parts that you like to put into it. Eventually, this factory will be a robot that's orchestrating a bunch of manufacturing robots that are building cars that are going to be robotic.
And why do robots look like people?
Well, robots look like people because a couple of reasons. First reason, the most important reason, is that we built the world for ourselves. And so the workstations of a factory, the manufacturing line of a factory was really created for people. And that's the most important reason. The second most important reason is that we have to teach a robot how to be a productive robot. And you need data for that. We're in a world where in order to write a software for a computer, we use data or training examples, and the computer learns from the examples. Well, we have the most examples of human moving around of just about any other form of data.
Now, when you thought of this, were you at Denny's sitting around with some people and saying, you know what, we can do this. It may take 20 years, 30 years, but we're going to do this. When did you think of this?
Well, we started the company in 1993, and our big idea was acceleration, accelerating the work that CPUs are not good at. And if we take that work that the CPU is not good at, and we offload it to something that is incredibly good at it, we can make the overall computer more efficient. That was the big idea.
But that was for a game.
Well, game was the first application.
Okay.
Game was just the first application.
That's a mistake. A lot of people just say, you were a gamer. No, you had this idea.
We were so good at making that chip for games that people thought we were a game company. Intel
thought you were a game company. Well, I know that you presented there.
We're happy that anybody thinks of us at all. And, we were so good at it. And in fact, Nvidia is the world's best game technology chip company today. I'm so proud of the work that we do there. And, as you know, games kind of a simulation of the virtual world. And so.
But because of this, because of the whole thing, from Denny's all the way, somehow you are still the underdog. You are hungry. You make it feel like your company's going to go out of business in 30 days.
Jim, that's probably something just related to upbringing. We grew up working hard. My parents worked hard. We're immigrants.
You arrived here before them, when you were 9.
Yeah. And so my older brother brought me to the United States. He was 10. And so we had a 10-year-old bring a 9-year-old to the United States. And so we had quite a great life, but we had to work for it. And we were immigrants, and we took nothing for granted. And my parents work incredibly hard. They work incredibly hard today. And so I think that part of my DNA.
Are they hard workers?
Well, they work super hard.
And what divisions are they in?
I have 2 kids. They both work at Nvidia. It took me a decade to convince them to come work here. They wanted to go do their own thing. And
they want to be a chef?
One wanted to be a world-class chef, and one wanted to be in marketing and an artist. But now both of them are here. One's in marketing and one's an engineer, and so it's really terrific.
They can engineer the best cake ever.
Spencer is in robotics, and Madison is in Omniverse, and so they're doing amazing work.
Okay, so Blackwell, are these the most expensive things on Earth?
Well, this chip is the heart of the Blackwell system.
Okay.
And this is the largest chip the world's ever made. This is made at TSMC. TSMC's 4-nanometer process. And it is so large, we had to take 2 of the largest chips in the world and connect them together into one giant chip. And so that's the Blackwell chip. That chip goes into the Blackwell computer. And this computer, the R&D budget is about $10 billion. It took us, about 3 years or so to make. And what goes into this is supported by a whole bunch of unbelievable networking and high-speed I/O and mountains of software, and it goes into a data center, and this data center becomes an artificial intelligence factory, and it produces artificial intelligence.
Well, can we safely say that if we wanted to have, let's say, 1,000 incredibly smart people at our company, that they would not be collectively even as smart as that?
Well, it depends on the type of smartness.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence is good at emulating us.
Okay.
And so it emulated how we read. And it emulates, in order to emulate how we read and finish sentences and summarize paragraphs, it had to understand what it read. And so in order to emulate us, it had to understand words.
Well, okay, so I visit you 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It's obvious to me when you show me the dog picking up the Jell-O, and then you reward the dog. That I'm seeing something special. I'm painting a Cézanne seascape. It was so obvious, but it took ChatGPT for everybody to know? Well,
ChatGPT is quite an amazing breakthrough. The OpenAI engineers and scientists there.
But it's based on this.
Yeah, I'm very proud that Nvidia's computers made it possible for ChatGPT to be possible. But their researchers did just unbelievable work. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that does concern me is we're not perfect yet. I went to Microsoft's Copilot, and I asked who your best partner is, and it said your best partner is Intel. I don't think that's true.
Intel's a great partner. Oh. Intel's a great partner. Microsoft.
Who isn't a great partner? Well, who do we have to convince?
We work with just about everybody, Nvidia. Here's what Nvidia is: a market maker, not share taker.
Okay.
We create markets. Everything that we do didn't exist before.
But then why are some people so scared of AI, so have public fear that this is going to make them so they don't have a job? This is going to create jobs.
This is going to create jobs. It's going to make companies more productive. When companies are more productive, their earnings improve or their revenues go up. When that happens, they hire more people.
Well, that's called an industrial revolution.
That's right.
That's what the loom was. That's what
right.
the steam engine was.
It made companies more productive, created more jobs, and made the economy larger.
Is there a CPU that should withstand it, or wouldn't we want everything? Don't we want this in our PC? I know we don't have it yet, but don't we want this ourselves in a consumer fashion, not just business to business, not just enterprise?
Absolutely. Every device will run artificial intelligence software. The question is, are they small software or larger software or gigantic artificial intelligence software?
I listen to you and I wonder, won't there be an arms race? We're not friendly with every country in the world. Won't other countries say, you know what, we have to create our own Blackwell and compete or else we'll be left behind because we shouldn't necessarily share what we have as a country?
The most important thing that countries have to do is to create their own intelligence.
Okay.
Sovereign AI. They have to do their own sovereign AI. And the reason for that is very simple. They have a lot of data that belongs to their country. It's their natural resource. It's of their people, of their language, of their culture,
so we want to
of their
encourage
history.
China to do this.
China's going to do their own anyways. But every single country should process the data of their culture and turn it into intelligence that their own society can use. Sweden's already doing this. India is working on doing this. Japan is working on doing this. I think every country should do their own and make sure that they own their own intelligence.
So there's no hegemony of the United States, which would be terrible.
But most importantly, it's because the data belongs to the people. It's their national assets, their national resources. It could of course be combined and shared with everybody else. But we're happy to provide the hardware that helps everybody do that. But it's really important that all of the countries create their own sovereign AI.
Tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for a special presentation, CNBC Leaders, featuring Jensen Huang. This is a rare glimpse into the man behind Nvidia and one of the world's most innovative minds. Mad Money's back after the break.
Coming up, say yes to AWS? Cramer has a deep dive into the engine that's powered Amazon and more. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.